Rest assured. And we have with us Shan Lee. Shan Lee.
Shanley Subso.
Hi everyone, Harvey is zooming in from Singapore.
Wow.
Hi.
Shan Lee is the Zorro. And we have with us Willemor Lagaska. Willemor.
Hello, good evening to every single one of you. It's like 7:30 here, and I hope to learn a lot. Yeah.
Yes, we love to have you with us. We have with us Rabab Abdul Halim. Can we have your brief intro?
Oh, yes. Well, good evening, afternoon, and morning, everyone. Actually, I'm not at home in a place that is quiet. Maybe you can hear some noise. This is Rabab Abdul Halim from Fredden Toastmasters Club, Division J, District 79, KSA. Really honored to be today with you again. Wish you all the best. Thanks.
Great to have you with us, Rabab. And we have with us Robika from Singapore. Robika.
Oh my God, Umar. See?
Yes.
You,
Long time no
you-
see, huh?
I just want to sleep. Suddenly you call my name.
No, this will be a sleepless night, huh?
Elisa know very well. Princess Elisa know very well.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed out. I just joined. What is the question?
Introduction, small, brief.
Introduction. Okay. Hi everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Rebecca. I'm from Lanky Advanced Toastmaster Club, District 80, Singapore. I'm the current VPE in my club, and then I got this invitation from famous Princess Eliza. So I would like to join. And I saw your poster, it's very interesting. So looking forward for the engaging and fun meeting. Thank you, Umar.
Yes, great to have you with us, Ravika. We have Ram from UK, my good friend.
Hello, sir. How are you today?
Great.
Quick introduction.
Yeah.
My name is Ramesh, Ram for short. I'm here in the UK. The weather is miserable, but we are all smiling still. Why? Because we're in the company of friends. And who wouldn't be smiling if we were in the company of friends? Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Umar.
Yeah. Oh, it's always great to have you with us, Ram. We have with us my dear friend from across the world, Patricia.
Hi, Emma. Good
Yeah.
evening, fellow Toastmasters. I am currently in the office, so apologies I can't come on video, but it is great to be here. As you said, I'm a Toastmaster from District 94, Division G for Ghana, and I am honored to always jump on the bandwagon when Uma sends an invite. Thank you.
Great to have you with us, Patricia. Noha is with us from Bahrain. Noha. Noha is
Hello,
here.
good evening, everyone. This is Noha Muhammad, all the way
Yes,
from
Noha.
Bahrain, joining you for the third or fourth time. And I think it's becoming a habit. So perhaps I will join you soon. Thank you.
Great to have you with us. And we have our LADA is with us also. LADA, brief intro for the audience.
Hello, my fellow Toast Gods and Goddesses, my fun Toast Gods and Goddesses. You're all going to be putting on funny hats, filters, whatever you want, because it's all about play today. I'm coming to you all the way from Manhasset, New York. Let's have some fun.
Yes, wonderful to have you with us. With this, we'll move on to
Filters, fun things, put things on your head.
Filters, yes. Okay. With this, we will move into our business session. We will be reading. We have our acting secretary, Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian, will be reading the minutes of meeting number 296. Toastmaster Ricky, over to you.
Okay, one moment, Mr. President. Let me just check this out. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Omar, Mr. President. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Tonight, I am your acting secretary, and I'll be going to read the minutes of meeting number 295. So, Horizon Toastmasters Club number 01097255, Area 31, Division F, District 79. So, minutes of meeting number 295, which is in celebration of the International Women's Month held on March 10, 2021. The meeting started at exactly 7:15 p.m. Acting Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan called the meeting to order. Presiding Officer Toastmaster Umar Farouk Awan welcomed the guests and conducted the business session of the meeting. Acting Secretary, yours truly, read the minutes of meeting number 294. Toastmaster of the day was Toastmaster Eliza Juliana, and she introduced the theme of the evening, which is You Can Change the World. Word of the day was inevitable. Table Topics Master was Distinguished Toastmaster Ces Llanos Valencia. There were two prepared speakers, namely Toastmaster PRAGYA JAIN and Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan. A special keynote speech segment was held by guest speaker, Distinguished Toastmaster Betty Ann Peck, which is entitled, What's Your Challenge? At the end of the meeting, the best prepared speaker voted was Toastmaster PRAGYA, best table topic speaker was Toastmaster R.D. Flores, and best evaluator, Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian. The meeting adjourned at 9:27 p.m. There were 76 attendees, 11 members, and 65 guests. Now back to you, Mr. President.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Ricky. Are there any additions, deletions, or amendments to be made to the minutes of the meeting? If there is no show of hand, minutes of the meeting number 295 are accepted as read and final. So let's move on to our Toastmaster of the evening. Who is she? She is full of fun, full of energy, and you can call electrifying energy. She is a person who lives in the moment and makes it lives it to the fullest. Our own Toastmaster of the evening, coming from directly New York, Toastmaster LADA. Tatiana, over to you.
Great, shukriya. Okay, everybody. So, Mubahai, Namaste, Marhaba, and Salamat Malam. Good evening, everybody. I am so excited to be your Toast Goddess of the evening here at Horizon, which I have dubbed the home of the champions. Now, the first thing that I'm going to talk about as your Toast Goddess, and I'll be steering you through the meeting tonight, is the agenda. It's very interesting. Actually, Ricky and I had a conversation about the agenda, and he told me that the agenda that you guys follow is actually the original agenda that from the first Toastmaster meeting, way back there in 1905, this is the agenda that you all follow, which I think is fantastic. It's very formal. And as you see, I dressed formally, and all of my people who know me are like, what? Formal LADA? Yes, but this is the outside of the agenda. But the inside of the agenda today shall be all informal. There you go. This is the informal side. Inside of the agenda will be informal and full of play, and the outside is going to be all formal. So I'm wearing the agenda today. Okay, so those of you who are, a little tidbit, I actually wore this top for my division international speech contest 2 years ago. So now, those of you who do not know the agenda, our guests, I'll just go briefly what we're doing. We already had the business part of our agenda, which we just did. And now we're going into our educational part of the agenda, which is I'm going to introduce my fellow role players who are going to help me steer the ship this evening. Then we're going to have 3 awesome speeches, which we're excited to hear. Then we're going to have table topics, which is the informal speaking of the evening. You might be asked a question, so get ready. And then, of course, we're going to be doing evaluations. Now, evaluations are the most important part of the meeting because this is where you become your best version of yourself. You get evaluated. And then you also evaluate others. So you also help others become the best versions of themselves. Now, talking about best versions, the theme of the evening, I am slowly getting to my best version of myself. And that is why I chose the theme of the evening, which is play is serious business. Play is serious business. My mission last year has been to eradicate the world of seriousness. What? Yes, I want to make the world less serious. Why? As a child, and I think all of us had probably this experience as well, the world, society tells you, oh, you have to be serious. You can't play. You got to be serious. So I heard the message very loud and clear, and I became serious. After college, I went and got my MFA, my Master's in Fine Art, became a documentary and an art photographer, had shows all over Manhattan, all over the city, New York City. Then I had shows all over the world. Then I became a photojournalist and a journalist, covered stories like the fall of the Soviet Union, stayed over there for a while, came on back here to the States, became a television news correspondent, lots of stories, lots of accolades, lots of awards. It was a really very beautiful career. Of course it was, but it was so serious. And all of this seriousness for me led to two very serious side effects. Side effect number one, for over 20 years in my life, I had an eating disorder. Not an easy thing. Second serious side effect, about 13 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was told by the doctors, if I don't do chemo, radiation, and cut my breast off, I'll be dead in 5 years. Didn't do anything they said because it made no sense to me. But what I did do, day of diagnosis, I quit that eating disorder and gave myself nutrition for the first time that I can remember in my life. Second thing I did, I quit that glamorous and very impressive television job. And the third thing I did, yes, I did all sorts of different therapies, etc., and kind of to heal myself. But the therapy that helped the most was play. I began to hoop dance and fire hoop dance and drum circle dance. And I can honestly say for all of you right here, play saved my life. It healed me. It changed me. It transformed me. My whole life is different. And I'm so excited about it that I wanted to scream it off the rooftop to say, everyone play. It totally and completely changes your life. Now here in Toastmasters, how I do that, I do it one Toastmaster meeting at a time. Any role that I take in any Toastmaster meeting, I put as much happiness and play and as whatever I can put into that role. So it's like this. We all vibrate, right? We're all energy, we're all different frequencies. So I come into, this is like a regular, boring Toastmaster meeting, right? We're all like vibrating very low, very boring. But then when I come in, woo, I'm up here. And then all of a sudden, everyone else comes up here. And this right up here, all this play, all this vibration is where the magic happens. And I want to ask every single one of you, and I want you to unmute yourselves. Do you want to be my vibrating playmates today?
Yes,
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yes.
All right, okay. So let me go to my first vibrating playmates, which is my fellow Toast gods and goddesses are going to be helping me out, and they have roles today. And I'm going to ask all of you, please, all my fellow role players, to be as fun and as playful as you can be when you introduce yourself, because you change your frequency. And when you change your frequency, everyone else changes. So my first beautiful fellow vibrating playmate is Jeffrey Aquino, who I hopefully is right here. Jeffrey, there you are. Okay. I've got to tell you this. I actually have given you a nickname. I hope you don't mind. The nickname is the Filipino Elton John of Saudi Arabia. Have you seen his outfits on Facebook? Seriously, guys, off the charts, amazing, beautiful. Okay, so he is our playful thought master of the day. And just to say a little bit about Jeffrey, he's an educator by profession, champion speaker who's represented Horizon in evaluation and international speech contests in the last 2 years. And with that, my dear Jeffrey, give us a playful thought of the day.
Thank you very much to our fantabulous Toastmaster of the day, Madam Toastmaster LADA. I'm not sure if you can see this.
We can't see it.
You can't, okay. Okay, this is due to the virtual background. And this is a slapping Scrabble board, which I am too serious, so please have a look at it. And this is a box of chess, which is the things that I love to play. And one more is the volleyball. Why am I talking about games? Why am I talking about plays? Oh, it has been said and done that 2020 and up to this year is such a serious year to each and every one. How about taking the play seriously? Why? Michael Jordan once had missed 1,000 shots on the final games, and he was blamed of the championship and got thrown out. And that seriousness made him a better player. Fellow Toastmasters, in this 1-minute speech as a Toastmaster, thought of master of this evening, I want to inculcate into your minds that playing is also serious business. Why? This might be your career. This might be an amplification of your emotion. It could be an augmentation of your gesture to each and every one. You can give through playing the positive energy that the people needs. So when you get into play, play it all out. After which, being serious in a play will make you win. Of course, who would not want to win? Back to you, Toastmaster LADA. Woo!
Woo! Yes, play, positive energy. Thank you, my dear Jeffrey. Okay, so now our next vibrating playmate of the day is TM Noel Invento, who is our grammarian. Noel, you're our grammarian. Hey, you had a filter on. Put your filter back on. Put your filter back on. You got to do this playfully. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit while he puts his filter on. He's an educator by profession and a lover of classical arts and music. Please tell us about your grammarian role and the word of the day.
Good evening, everyone, and I'm sorry to burst your bubbles, but it's not just about play tonight, because tonight I'm going to be very serious about playing my role as the grammarian of tonight's meeting. So, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to you, the speakers. I will listen carefully to your language usage and maybe how you play with words. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. And as grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day. And the word of the day, drum roll, please. All right, I forgot how to share the screen. All right, here's the word of the day. Perdure. It means to continue to exist, with synonyms like endure, hold up, keep up. And as an example, I can give you one, like one way that a club can perdure is through its members play their roles like it's their main business, and enthusiastically doing that business like it's just a play. So yeah, somehow it's relevant to the theme of the night. And I encourage everyone to use the word of the day, and when I'm called upon, I will give the grammarian's report and also report on the usage of the word of the day. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day, LADA.
Great, thank you. I will perdue that you all will play with me throughout this whole meeting. And I want to see some faces, please. Let me see you come out of your video, out of your pictures. Come out and play. Come. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Ram. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. Okay, so now the next role will be our dear Ricky, who is our general evaluator. Now I'm going to talk about Mr. International. Did you know that he speaks about 6 to 7 languages? Amazing, right? Wow, woo! He also is a champion so many times, over and over and over. You have so many awards and trophies, I have no idea where you put them. I know you have a lot of them. And the thing about him, yes, he's a champion and he shines, but Ricky does not shine alone. This is the beautiful thing about Ricky. He brings everyone else up to shine with him. Just last night, I was on the phone talking about the agenda. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry I was so late, but I was helping this person and this person with their speech, with this. That's what a champion is. He helps others shine. And that's the beautiful part of our Ricky, who's our general evaluator, and he's going to tell us about his role.
Thank you so much, Unicorn Goddess Toastmaster LADA. That introduction was so humbling. Tonight, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, friends, I will be your general evaluator. I will be the eyes, the ears, the CCTV of the entire proceedings. So I will give my comments and feedbacks on what's happening and what's not in the meeting for tonight. Well, I will give now, first and foremost, my primary evaluation. First off, we started on time. That's a good thing. And that's what I have noticed recently. Also, I have seen the energy from the moment that the acting sergeant at arms already opened up and called the meeting to order. The moment of the president welcoming the guests is also very important, acknowledging each and every one of them for joining us. And of course, the introduction of the ever energetic, bubbly, and very free Toastmaster LADA. Having Toastmaster LADA around, no matter what role is given to her, even without any role, is something that's so inspiring, so motivational, so lively. So I am encouraging every one of you, fellow Toastmasters and friends, to just keep up with the energy and be as playful and as crazy as you can all be. And at the end of the meeting, I want all of you to go home or go to bed with smiles on your faces. And then, of course, at the end of our meeting, I will be conducting the evaluation session, which is the heart of the Toastmasters meeting. And I will be leading a team of qualified and credible evaluators who will give valuable feedbacks on all of the proceedings and the speakers as a whole. So I'll see you later on. Now back to you, Unicorn Goddess.
Great, thank you. Oh, hold on. Salamat, Ricky. Salamat. Haha.
Wala ka naman.
Okay.
Mashallah.
I have no idea, but yes, okay. All right, so now our next role for some is the timer. I know she's not going to show herself today. She's not feeling well, and she's getting ready for her big debut on Saturday. Oh, there she is, the princess. We all know her as the beautiful Eliza. The Princess Eliza is going to be the timer. And I have to just say, I would not be here today, right now, with all of you if it was not for our dear Eliza. She globetrots all over the world, gathering all these awesome people and brings them all with her wherever she goes. And she has this beautiful Toastmaster family, and here we are all today. So my dear Eliza, if you want to explain, I don't know if you actually can talk, but if you can, great. And if not, I'm just going to tell everyone you're going to be the timer. So I guess, yes, no, nope, she's not. She said her voice is 2 seconds.
No.
Oh, hold on. Here she is. Go for it, my dear. Mwah.
Sorry. It's okay. Can you? I cannot talk. Sorry.
Okay, fine. That's great. No big deal. All good. We all know what the timer does, right? I think we all know the timer 5, 6, and 7. We all know we're all seasoned Toastmasters here. So Eliza, my dear, just rest and drink some hot tea. Okay, so now the next role. Oh, we're coming back to Noel for the next role. And he can put another filter on quickly. Put another filter on so you're in a different role. Hurry up. Put another filter on. Okay, while we're waiting that, he is the off counter. And he's going to quickly, oh, I have no idea. Oh, fantastic. He's going to explain his role as off counter. Go for it, Noel. We don't hear you. Maybe the glasses were the best. Glasses made you not
Evening.
audible.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So tonight I'll be the counter also. So I'll be listening to you very carefully. I will be counting on the filler words, the repeated words, and all of these unnecessary words that you use just to fill up the time. So when called upon, I'll give you my report later on. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Awesome. Thank you, Noel. I like the glasses. Very cool. Okay, now the last role that we're going to explain is the vote counter / play counter. This is really fun. This is actually, you indulged me and we created a play counter just for this meeting especially. And that's going to be the very ever cool Ashraf. Love your picture, Ashraf. It's Ashraf Onkang. And he is going to explain his role. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him. He's a very happy person who enjoys cooking, baking, singing, and YouTubing. Please explain your role to us, Toastmaster Ashraf.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As your vote counter, I'll be counting the votes for the various awards such as prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation speakers. And tonight, I will keep my eyes on you, to select the best playful of the night. I will be announcing the winners at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the night.
Thank you. And you're going to get a really cool certificate saying that you're the most playful. Come on, let's play it all up. Okay. Just by a side, actually, see this? I am wearing my unicorn. And just to tell all of you that I actually wear this unicorn every single time I walk out of the house. Just a little tidbit. Everywhere. The grocery store, everywhere. I am wearing this thing on my head. Just a little fun fact about LADA. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you that play makes a difference. I need to see people's faces. I need you to unmute yourself, okay? Now, what I want you to do, close your eyes, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to show you that your frequency will go up. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you right now? Numeric, in a number. So 1 is the worst, 10 is the best, and 5 is somewhere in the middle. So maybe you're tired, you're bored, whatever. Get that number and write it down. Okay, so remember that number. Writing down is better. Okay, so now I want to hear you tell me yes, yes. Who here wants to feel good?
Yes!
Who wants more energy?
Yes!
Who wants more oxygen? Who wants to wake up? Who wants to be healthier? More relaxed?
Me.
Sexier? Yes! And of course, more confident. We want confidence.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we had a little preview last week when I was here. We are going to dance. Close your eyes again. Tell me, what number are you at now?
9.9.
10.2.
But tell me the first number to the next number, to the two numbers.
10.5.
10 and 10.
But what were you before?
6 to 9.9.
Okay, so we all went up. We all went up. So see, play makes you vibrate higher. So we're all vibrating
Yeah.
higher.
Congratulations,
Woo!
vibrators.
All right, all right. Okay. Wait, what? What?
Congratulations to the vibrators.
Yes. Congratulations to the vibrators. And so came into this meeting, they're like, what? Okay, now we're gonna come to the serious and fun part as well. We're going to have speeches. Now, our first speaker of the evening is Srinivasan Ramarai. Srinivasan Ramarai, who's doing his team collaboration level 2 speech 3, introduction to Toastmaster mentoring. And his speech evaluator of the day is my dear R. You want to tell us what we're looking
Yeah, okay, thank you, our Toast goddess, my dear friend Lada. Toastmaster Srinivasan. Purpose of this speech are the following. First, the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters mentoring. And last, the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspects of a previous experience as a protege.
Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay. So Toastmaster Srinivasan Ramarai, I hope you feel a little confident after that dancing. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Srinivasan. He is a champion speaker who is the past president of Horizon and the past Area 31 director. So the name of his speech is Don't Break the Chain. Don't Break the Chain, Srinivasan Ramarai.
Okay, am I audible?
You are audible, yes.
Irrespective of the chain of efforts that we have taken so far, coronavirus still is at the state of PERDURE, like a raging wildfire. And the mantra at this point of time all over the world is break the chain. Here I am with my project, requesting all of you to break the chain, albeit a different one. My dear Toastmaster of the day and my lord Toastmasters, chains. It could be perceived as different ways. For example, a gold chain, sign of prosperity, anchor, a sign of safety for the ship, or it could be something different like an elephant that is tied to a chain. It is a constraint to the chain, to the elephant, and it can also be the handcuff from a policeman. All these are forms of chain. No matter how you would like to see this chain, there are certain chains that we would like to perdure as it is new, and there are certain chains that we would like to break them. Example, corruption, break the chain. Chain smoking, break the chain. Poverty, break the chain. Uneducation, break the chain. And the list could be endless. Now, for the chains that we don't want to break, like your good habits that you wanted to start. For example, you wanted to develop your reading skills. Don't break the chain. You wanted to start exercising today. Do it and don't break the chain. Somebody has some life insurance policies or recurring deposits in the bank. Don't break the chain. Or it could be the family chain, the love and affection that we develop inside our family. Don't break those chains. Now, for you to just an example out of my project, just other information, the Human Rights Organization has a program called Break the Chains. This is to free those people who are actually physically chained to the chains. Could be any reasons. They could be mentally sustainable people, or it could be the criminals. But this organization is promoting to break those chains. Now, coming back to my project. Now, all these chains have different versions. Now, you know, why we have to speak about this in this Toastmasters meeting? We all want to conduct this Toastmasters meeting continuously as a chain physically, don't we all? But in order for us to reach that point after this pandemic, we need to continue to maintain this chain of online meetings. Otherwise, we will be never able to reach there. Now, there are Toastmasters who have joined the Toastmasters, but at one point of time, they have broken away from this chain. Why? In my perspective, in my own opinion, they have failed to identify and connect the events that we are conducting in the Toastmasters meeting to their real lives. For example, they come into the meeting, 1 or 2 meetings, they think, oh, this is what it is, public speaking. Now that I have delivered 3 or 4 speeches, now I can be free of the public speaking. I have eradicated my stage fear. Thinking that, they just break away. To those people, all I want to say is, knowing is not equal to doing. Knowing is not equal to doing. Like cycling, for example. How many of all of us must have cycled at one point of time? Can I ask any one of you to go to the cycling and do that professional cycling like you were doing it in your early stages? Probably no, because we have lost that chain. If you have lost those chains, you cannot do anything at all. Now, coming back to my own experience as a Toastmaster. In our life, we are all leaders. Now, borrowing the idea from the celebrity speaker who was the keynote speaker in our last meeting. Her husband, she said her husband is in the bottom of the triangle, at the bottom of the triangle where he is leading all the Toastmasters fraternity. Just imagine, if he breaks away from that chain, the whole block will fall down. So in my Toastmasters, when I was doing my Toastmasters, probably most of these people here I'm talking about the Horizon members, probably don't know that we had a couple of 16 years, both of them, where Anita Christopher and Mr. Christopher. I showed Dr. Sheikh Shakil Anjum and our own data and Fateh, Toastmaster DTM Fateh will understand the list. Those people were at a point of time when the Horizon Toastmasters Club is flourishing at this point of time, bringing in all members from across all over the world. And it is a very proud moment for me to see this happening in this Horizon Toastmasters Club. But at one point of time, there was a time when it was coming low. I was the president for 2 consecutive years. You know what Toastmaster Anita Christopher and Toastmaster Christopher, along with my own mentor DTM Satish Kumar said, Srini, you have to continue the chain. Because I did that, now you see what is happening in Horizon Toastmasters Club with all the people and fun-filled sessions like from Toastmaster LADA. It is all happening. It was because I had maintained that chain. If I had broken this chain, I'm not trying to credit myself, but this could have not been possible. So my dear fellow Toastmasters, it is my request to all of you, at one point of time, maybe you will all feel that, oh, that is so boring. It's all the prepared speeches session, it is the table topic session, it is the evaluation. No, there are things that you might have to learn. Just continue and don't break the chain. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you for that beautiful speech. You're right. Toastmasters is like a chain. We all are connected. Just like in life, we're all one anyway, right? And I also broke the chain, I just want to say, of seriousness to play. So play, play, play. Okay, so our next beautiful, vibrating playmate speaker is Muhammad Hassan. Now, Muhammad is a fellow mischief maker with me. Last Saturday, me, Umar, and Hassan, we were the mischief makers for a difficult audience, and we were very, very difficult. We were, weren't we, Umar and Hassan? I was the unicorn, and they were the two dragons, with making dragon sounds during their speech. It was very, 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 very fun. But besides being fun, our Hassan is also funny. He has a sense of humor. And his project is the Dynamic Leadership Level 3, Speech 3, Elective Know Your Sense of Humor. And to tell us about what we're looking for in his evaluation is my beautiful friend, Sangeeta Bhattacharya. Take it away, Sangeeta.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, lovely LADA. It's so welcoming to see you over here. Everybody at Horizon, a very good evening. Today our speaker, Hassan, is giving his speech from Level 3 Pathways Project 3. The purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. So over to you, LADA.
Thank you, Sangeeta. And a little bit about Muhammad before he makes us all laugh. He is a petroleum engineer who has got second place in the Area 31 Tall Tale Speech Contest last year. And the name of his speech today, his funny speech, is Bored. Bored, Muhammad Hassan. The virtual lectern is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Perfect. What happened? You are hit by a pandemic. Good evening, Unicorn Goddess, fellow Toastmasters, and respected guests. This was me happily leading my life, and then this pandemic hit hard. You don't believe me? Before pandemic, I used to swim in the pool. After pandemic, I was drowning in my own thoughts. Before pandemic, I used to hang out with my friends. After pandemic, I was talking to the walls. They are good listeners though. There were some upsides as well. Before pandemic, I always used to try to find a reason to not go to the gym. After pandemic, I had a reason. So this pandemic has presented us with a whole another level of entertainment. And this happened in different stages. Like first and foremost stage was panic buying. People were shopping as if there is no tomorrow. And it left shelves in superstores empty. People in US were trying to survive this pandemic by buying toilet papers, while we in Saudi put our bet on eggs. Eggs to the rescue. Then we moved on to the stage of boredom. Since people had ample time at their disposal, so they were involving themselves in very meaningful activities. For example, one of my friends proudly shared this information that a Lay's packet contains 31 chips, 6 large, 20 medium, and 5 small. Very valuable information. Toastmaster Ricky was counting number of rice in his biryani plate. Those of you who know Toastmaster Ricky, he is a travel enthusiast. So before pandemic, he used to check in at this airport and that airport. But after pandemic, he was traveling from his living room to the kitchen and back to the living room. Then there was one friend of mine who shared with me that his washroom has 113 tiles, 42 white, 71 gray. And one of my friend doing high-level research, his topic was, why don't toasters have window so that one can see how toasted the bread is? Makes sense, right? So there were some these kind of folks. Then there were some people who remained glued to their television screens, watching their favorite shows on Netflix. They were spending such huge time on Netflix, binge watching their favorite shows, that even Netflix got bored of them. Instead of asking, are you still there? Netflix was asking, are you still here? Even Netflix was suggesting Amazon Prime in its recommendations. Then there were some people who were not taking pandemic seriously. They were not following any SOPs and they were pretty casual about it. Some of the people got furious and they were shouting at them. Your grandparents were called to fight for a war. You are just being called to sit on a couch. Is it that hard? Honestly, is it that hard? Then there were some people struggling to work from home. During online meetings, we got to see many spouses in underpants in the background. Then there were some people forgetting to switch off their cameras while taking their phones to the washroom during meetings. People were wearing formal attires on underpants and pajamas. Can you believe it? People were running late to their virtual meetings, which had no commute. Then there came a period where everyone was looking like a homeless person as their hairs had grown out of proportion. People at the start of the lockdowns, they were very motivated that we will read books, we will learn new skills. But at the end of this period, they were searching for videos on YouTube how to cut one's own hair with kitchen scissors. They were really disappointed. Then there came another period of panic when people started putting on too much weight. And then they started the home workouts. They remained motivated for 3 to 4 days. And then afterwards, they were watching training sessions while sipping green tea. And in the end, all were ordering elasticated pants. After some period of lockdown, social media bursted with complaints regarding neighbors that couples in the neighborhoods are fighting a lot. So there were different kind of recommendations and suggestions emerged on the social media. Like for example, while talking about dinner, it is very dangerous to ask what's for dinner. It's safer to ask, can I help you with dinner? And it's safest to ask, from where would you like the delivery from tonight, darling? And we all know that many businesses were struggling during pandemic period. And airlines were no exception. So airlines were sending out emails to the customer that we are in this pandemic together. And customers were replying angrily. When my suitcase was 32 kgs, I was on my own. So there were a lot of entertaining periods in our pandemic. So this pandemic gave us entertainment as well as valuable life lessons. This life is short and full of uncertainties. So let's make a pledge to live this life to the fullest. As our unicorn goddess has suggested, play around, play hard, and enjoy every moment. Back to you, unicorn goddess.
Thank you. That was so funny. Very, very funny. And I had no idea that you guys were stocking up on eggs. We were doing toilet paper and you guys were doing eggs. That's so funny. And I like the toaster with the window idea. That's a very, very good idea for sure. And elasticated pants. Yep, you betcha. Okay. Thank you for that wonderful, very humorous speech, Hassan. Very playful. Okay, with that, we're going to go to our third speaker, who is the beautiful Shakil Sheikh. And he is working on his project, which is Presentation Mastery, Level 2, Speech 3, Introduction to Toastmaster Mentoring. And DTM Shakil is an amazing, distinguished Toastmaster that has mentored many, many other Toastmasters. I get he is definitely doing the chain thing. He is keeping up the chain. And his evaluator today is Feta Anayal, who's going to give us a little bit more about what we're all going to be looking for. Ah, the other troublemaker. The other troublemaker. You guys remember this guy, right? He's the other troublemaker. But be nice. You got to be nice today, okay? Playful but nice. Okay, go for it,
All
Feta.
right. DTM Sheikh Shakil, Dr. Sheikh Shakil Anjum, who is, I'm glad to say, my mentor. He's got two objectives which I will evaluate the criteria. One, the purpose of the project itself, which is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envision mentoring. And the second criteria is the purpose of the speech itself, where the member will share some of aspects of previous experience as a protege. So over to you, and I'll be watching.
Oh, that'd be good. Okay. So our DTM Shakil Sheikh, Doctor, you worked hard for that, Shakil Sheikh. And the title of his speech is called My Mentors. My Mentors, Dr. DTM Shakil Sheikh.
Charity begins at home. Good evening, Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, honorable guests from all over the globe. As I remembered, I found myself in a house with two members. One was soft-hearted, passionate, with motherly love. Who can it be? Anybody guess?
Your mom?
Yes, he was my father. While the other was strict, too much discipline, and she was my mother. Two members of two extremes, just like two faces of the same coin. They were my mentors to begin with in my childhood days till I have grown up. My father, he has never slapped me or fired me, if I remember well, till he was alive. And that is the reason whenever I do mistake, I used to run to him, reveal my mistake. And with a big heart, he used to forgive me. But he told me that every mistake which you commit will be a stepping stone for your success. But remember, you should never repeat the same mistake. He was so passionate that he used to understand we siblings and get us things which were even not needed, just to see that we never go without fulfilling our quest. While on the other hand, my mother, she was a strict disciplinary lady. If we had a fall, and if my father wanted to go and pick us up, he used to stop my father. And she used to say, let them stand up on their own. And she had us a lesson that always adversary will help you out. It is just like a rope which will pull you out of the darkness, poverty, and failures. So never shy of your adversary. On one hand, was my mother teaching the other face of the coin, while the other end, my father was always teaching us to be passionate, and there is a place for everyone in this beautiful world. Share and care. So these two mentors laid the foundation. Though the school teachers and college teachers were there always to build up this laid foundation by our parents. But then when I joined Toastmasters, I had my first mentor. Yes, he used to call himself as tormentor. He said, don't consider me as your mentor. Think me as your tormentor. Just don't ask me any question unless and until you have read from one phase of the book to the other phase of your competent communication manual. And that thing which he said was hurting to me on the face. But when I started reading, I knew what he meant. And the question which I asked after reading of every project was sensible. And the answer which he gave me was quite understandable. So that was a mentor, my mentor, and the same mentor for Horizon 2, distinguished Toastmaster Matthew Chuidian. Today he stays in Kottayam, Kerala state of India. I'm still in contact with him. Remember one thing, we used to compete in the contest. I used to write my speeches sent to him, very well knowing that he is my competitor on the stage. But there was a feeling of brotherhood, a feeling of family member in Toastmasters. Every minute details he used to discuss with me, from the title till the conclusion, from the language till the grammar, from pronunciation and each and every detail of word count. I have never got to understand. The same thing I continued with my proteges. Remember one thing, he and the other mentors were always available for me whenever I knocked their doors or called them. The second mentor was distinguished Toastmaster Saifullah Sheikh, a leader in totality. He explained to me the minute detail, how to arrange an event, a contest, judging, chief judging, wonderfully. Still, I'm in contact with him, though he is in Pakistan, but still he's serving from there, District 70. The third mentor was distinguished Toastmaster Lancy D'Souza. And today in Mumbai, he is one of the contestants in international speech contest at this age with the same enthusiasm and energy. This still inspires me. And the last but not the least, which I consider him as a mentor, was a fighter. And he has set an example for District 79 as one of the past district governor. Remember, all my mentors were district governor except Lancy D'Souza. Besides this, there were many mentors. Always remember, as a protege, if you want something from your mentor, see that you give respect. And whenever you want, show him the quest of learning. Always try to receive and act according to what you need. Today, I salute not only these four mentors, but all the mentors who have guided me throughout. And remember one thing, if you give your speech, write it. After writing, send it to your mentors. After he gives suggestion, improve on it. And then only see how effective your speech will be. You really improves only under the shadow and guidance of your mentor. Be a protege to grasp and salute your mentor always. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you for that beautiful speech, Dr. Shakil. Yes, let us all salute our members right now, our mentors right now. I salute all Come on, give me a salute. Come on, guys. Let's salute all our mentors. That's who make us great. Ricky, one of the best mentors that are around. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all my mentors, wherever they are. And they're tormentors too. I love that. Exactly, they are. But the tormentors are the ones that are the champions and make you a champion. Okay, thank you, Dr. Shaquille. That was beautiful. All of the speeches were beautiful. Round of applause for all the speeches. Woo! You all did fantastically. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we come to the table topic session, which is a tormentor for some people, I think, because this is the spontaneous questions that our beautiful table topic goddess, PRAGYA JAIN, is going to be leading. Now, PRAGYA actually is one of the only female members of the Horizon for now, but I think that's going to change quite soon. I think you're going to have a little bit more tables. You're going to have a little bit more Toastmaster goddesses along with you. So we're all coming to join the fun. So a little bit about PRAGYA. She is a loving wife and mother who hails from Hyderabad, India. She is a champion speaker who will represent Horizon Toastmasters Club and will win in table topic speech contest in May. Yes, my dear PRAGYA, you will win. So now please take it away and torture our friends and guests and members.
Thank you, Toastmaster LADA. And I really, really hope that your words come true. That would be the most happy moment for me. But as of now, let me introduce all of you to the most interesting segment and the most fun-filled segment. I'm sure all of you are thinking, what is she talking about? Who says table topics is fun? But I always believe that it is the most easy part to attempt table topics because we only have to talk about what we feel about that topic. Isn't it easy to just talk about what we feel is right? Yes. And special part of this table topic segment is that it's just 2 minutes that you have to speak on it. You can go for a minimum of 1 minute where a green card will be shown to you. Then at 1 minute, 30 seconds, a yellow card will be shown, which is also called the amber card. And at 2 minutes, a red card is shown to you. After that, you still have 30 seconds to speak for all the lovely people who love speaking. So there's a special format that I'm doing today for this table topic session. It will be more about like a round robin. So I will pick one person, tell him the topic. Once he or she is done, then he will have to pick the next person. So you can't blame me for picking up anybody. I don't want the ball in my court. You can start bribing your fellow mates to not pick up your name, baby. Let's start with the most interesting segment. And as the theme today is play, it always reminds me of my childhood because I was only into playing and no serious studying. That is why all the topics today will be somewhere related to your childhood memories too. First, I would like to pick the first person, Jeffrey Aquino. Jeffrey, your topic is play is our brain's favorite way of learning. Play is our brain's favorite way of learning. Toastmaster Jeffrey. Can you see the timer card?
Yes, I do. That's
And
Toastmaster
you're
Elisa.
audible and clearly visible. Please go ahead.
Who would forget what Ralph Smedley says, the founder of Toastmasters International? Learning by doing and playing. I might give you some notion on that. Fellow Toastmasters and our valuable guest, good evening. Back when I was a child, I loved to play a lot of games from morning until midnight, until my mama called me to sleep. Yes, it is just a moment that for my mind was too playful. There were moments that I have played electrical wires. I have played with our washing machines. Everything comes into our places or in our house is a toy for me. And by that, the curiosity brought it in. Fellow Toastmasters, when your mind is focused on something that you want to do, you will make yourself busy. You will make your mind working. And that's, I guess, that the moment your mind is working, you love to do it. And I, during those times, have upon this moment of thinking everything, what this is work are all about? What is this items for? And how does it works? And that is also a moment for me to realize that things has its own function. Curiosity was killed, then I have learned. And that is also the product of who I am today. In everything that is new into my mind or I just see for quite some time, I will always ask, what is the purpose of this thing? Or I'll search Google. How is that? I think that is the most viable thing that we could have now. We cannot go outside for quite some time, but Google is all over the place. So when your mind makes you busy, then you are learning. Fellow Toastmasters, let us make our minds busy so it is still continuing to learn. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. TM Pragya, you're muted.
Yeah.
You will be choosing the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think, yes, Jeffrey is right. Google has helped us all a lot, especially when we were busy playing and we didn't have answers to the questions our teachers asked us the next day. Jeffrey, can you please select the person, maybe from the guests?
Okay. I have a special guest here, so I might choose Villamor. He's one of the students in the International Philippine School in Alcobar. So Villamor Legasca. Hi there. Hi, buddy.
Hi, Villamor.
I know
How
this
are you?
kid. I have judged his contest before. So break a leg.
Am I audible?
How are
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Villamor, your topic is quite fun, I would say. A child loves his play, not because it's easy, but because it is hard. A child loves his play, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Toastmaster Villamor.
So, as a competitive person, I'd like to say that's true, but hardships in life tend to be a little complicated. Most people seem to view it as hard, but others seem to view it as a challenge. So, a challenge and difficulty are two different things. Difficulty is a kind of a closed topic. Once you see something as difficult, you kind of think that you can't do anything about it. But if a thing is a challenge, then you have something to work with. For example, currently I'm in 11th grade in IBSA. So yesterday we had practical research and we had this task that involved us doing a long ass essay. So this essay should have included multiple things. Our teacher decided that we had to include our topics and our steps, but instead of doing that, actually did nothing. I actually did nothing of the things that he said. And wait, hold on.
The father's calling.
The playtime is over. Huh?
I think his parents came in.
Okay, well, let's just get back to him after, I think.
Father called him.
So because Villamor did not select the next person, so yes, so maybe I will do it now again. So can I please have Toastmaster Nazla or guest Nazla?
Hi, Pragya. Toastmaster
Hi,
Pragya.
how are you?
Fine, how are you? Nice to see you after a while.
Same here. I am not able to see you, but yet.
I'm sorry, I have a problem with my camera, that's why.
No
Apologies
worries.
from all.
So your topic is necessity may be the mother of invention, but play is certainly the father. Necessity may be the mother of inventions, but play is certainly the father.
Good evening, Horizon Toastmaster Club. Thank you very much for the invite and thank you very much for the topic. Necessity is the mother of the invention, which is true. I never know that the father is the other side. This is really difficult. Okay, thank you so much for this. But I believe that if I did something, I did it out of necessity first. And then, Pragya, can you repeat the second part, please? I'm sorry.
Necessity is the mother of invention, but play is certainly the father.
If you, yes, well, my father, he is not the play usually, to be serious. He's always serious with me and he's always serious with us. But still, I learn how to play. So I join both together. It is necessary for me to learn, but if I have to learn, I have to play. Now I learn from my niece and nephews that playground and playing with the clay and playing with the in the outside in the yard with the sand and everything and building things. That's a kind of play and joyful. But the thing that I will have the direction where I will go next and where what I will find next. So that's for me somehow it's a necessity because I need to know what's my next step in my life and in my teaching or my study life, for example. So I have to play with them and I have to enjoy my time to feel how important is the necessity to know what I'm gonna do in the next. In Toastmaster, I enjoy playing in the sense of talking too much. I never talk too much. But in this Toastmaster for the last 2 years, oh my God, I'm really talking too much. And some people, they're telling me, when are you gonna stop talking? Because sometimes my talk is not out of necessity, it's just out of joyful and play and just wasting time. But it's not really wasting time yet. Still out of it, they will get something out of me. So still I am important and I'm a necessity and still I'm playful. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nazla. And can you select one person from the guests or Toastmasters?
Well, I am not sure I know everybody, but I will
You can just pick up a name.
I think Jay Journalist is volunteering earlier.
Somebody is raising the hand. Yeah,
Jay
Okay,
Journalist.
Jay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
So your topic is that play is the best form of creativity and self-expression. Play is the best form of creativity and self-expression. Jay.
Jay, you are an adult, over 40. You gotta stop acting like a child. Jay, sit like a woman. Jay, you're too old to go biking. And yet, my dear friends, I have biked over 100 kilometers. I have joined my triathlon, duathlon, and biathlete when I was in my late 30s. Who says we are too old to do things? Do we have to be serious all the time? And yet we perdure. We act as if all high and mighty at times because we have to be serious. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, when was the last time you actually expressed how you felt deep inside, like a child yearning to play, like a child who just wants to play in the rain? Step outside, go enjoy in the rain. But mind you, it's COVID period, so do it in the midst of, maybe just yourself. Be safe still. My point is, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to express yourself. You want to go dancing while drinking wine while nobody's looking? Go ahead and do it. Do not be afraid for people to judge you. We are too old to be judged and to be told by other people what we should do and what we should not do. We should not fit in the box. Do I look silly wearing my daughter's hat? Of course I do. But I don't care. It's fun. Enjoy yourself. For tomorrow, you may not live. We have lost a lot of friends during this pandemic season. I have had COVID in May. And each breath that I take now, each time I wake up, I feel grateful. So do things now. Don't wait. Don't let other people dictate what to do. There may not be a tomorrow. Live now. Live at the moment. Perdure. Life is beautiful. Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay. And yes, we all should live in today. We don't know whether life will be there tomorrow or not. But we have one last speaker coming up. Can you please select one person?
Joel, you up for it?
Joel, maybe?
Okay.
Because this is the last topic, I would give you the same topic, which is the theme, which says people tend to forget that play is serious business. People tend to forget that play is serious business. Toastmaster Joe.
Table Topic Master, fellow members and guests. Play. Play is something that I used to enjoy in my childhood, but now as I turn to be 60 years old, my outlook of play is not the same. Definitely, it's changed. It's something that I normally take too seriously, but I need to be able to enjoy myself by having activities that I play with my kids and enjoy it. Play is something that you have to learn how to do, because all these years I've been more an example to my daughter and my son. So these are things that as I become a senior citizen, I need to recognize that play is very important in our lives as well. To play is to find things that you enjoy, and when making mistakes, it didn't matter. There are activities you could do, sports. I like to go and do in the gym, but I think that there are other playful events that can be shared by looking at other people, and especially younger people, and see how they play and enjoy themselves, because life is too short. We need to be able to enjoy the moment that we have, especially in this pandemic period, and the fact that we are in some parts of the world we're confined not to leave or step out of the house. We have to social distance, but I think that the more important part is not social distance in entirety. We need to only have physical distance and still keep the connection with our friends and other people, so that we could be joyful and enjoy the quality of our life despite the COVID being around. I think that we need to learn that in every challenge, good things come out. And one of the good tools that has been is the application Zoom, which allows us to have Toastmasters between different countries and different parts of the world in different time zones. Myself being in Bangkok, Thailand, allows me to connect with people in different cultures, different regions. And this is a great event, because play in some cultures is different than others. So with that, I'd like to return the control back to the table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joel. And with this, we come towards the end of this playful session, which was all about play. The only thing I would want to say is that I really enjoyed listening to all the views we have about play and the different aspects which are there. The only thing we need to remember, do not forget that we will always be a child. If we really want to learn, be creative, express, and be ourselves, the only thing which we need to do is do not let that playful, fun-loving kid inside you die. And I love to see that in LADA all the time, and Eliza. So I hope all of you have great fun and play a game today if possible to go back to your memories. With this, I will just let you know all the timings for the table topic speakers. Jeffrey took 2 minutes 18 seconds. Willamore took 1 minute 18 seconds. Nazla took 2 minutes 11 seconds. Jay took 2 minutes 4 seconds. And Joel took 3 minutes 14 seconds. Please cast your votes on a personal chat to Toastmaster Umar. With this, I will hand over the stage back to our playful Lada.
Where's our unicorn goddess? Lada? All right, while waiting for Toastmaster of the day, may we request everyone to cast your votes for the best table topic speaker. Everyone is qualified except for Toastmaster Joel. Okay, so you may cast your vote. Choose among Jeffrey, William Moore, Najla, and Jay. Thank you. And now, let us all proceed to the next segment, the most important, the heart and soul of the Toastmasters meeting, and it is the evaluation session. It is my greatest pleasure and honor to be conducting this session because I am with a team of champions and great, amazing, credible speakers who will give feedback on all the speakers and the speeches that you have heard and witnessed for this evening. Without further ado, let's all start the evaluation session first and foremost with one of the champion speakers, an inspirational, motivational, a mentor. He is a very soft-hearted person, and he's an older brother to me. I treat him like a brother from another mother. To evaluate Toastmaster Srinivasan Ramaraj, let's all put our hands together for Toastmaster R.D. Flores.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ricky, my coach as well. I'm bringing back the favor to you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Of course, to our speaker, Toastmaster Srinivasan. Don't break the chain. What I like about the speech was the method, don't break the chain, because I believe it's a habit forming over time when you make an X to a calendar because you're trying to achieve something. And when you achieved it in several days, you're able to have that sense of achievement that you don't want to discontinue. That's why I love it when you said, don't break the chain, because it's productivity methodology. It's a strategy which brings about developing good habits. That's one point that I like about the speech. Second is, when you started your speech, break the chain of doing smoking, bad habits, break the chain on corruption, break the chain on poverty. It gives us a signal that you're going to a more important thing and gives focus on the importance of don't break the chain, the importance of making a similarity of breaking it and not breaking it. At the same time, you made use of those powerful words of what chains are for. It's for decoration, it's for power transfer, and it's about track and pulling. Very well done. Now, what are the things that I like about your speech is you were able to connect one of the objectives of the speech, which is being a protege in some point of your life. And you mentioned clearly that at the point of your life, you were able to overcome the fear of public speaking. Although, how can we better develop that chain to be a stronger chain between your mentor and your protege, or you as a protege and your mentor. And if you would accept my humble suggestion, I was expecting something more of your experience as a Toastmaster, because this is about envisioning Toastmaster missions and mentoring. So I was expecting that you would share with us your stories about getting a role in a club meeting, because always remember that there's no small role, but only small actors. And how were you able to perform an a counter or a timer for that matter? How were you able to perform in a club meeting or in a club contest where you lost and your mentor was there to appease you and comfort you that, Srinivas-san, tap on the shoulder, you'll do well next time. And I'll make sure that I'll mentor you more areas of improvement. We'll work on it together. And as my protege, it is my responsibility to look after your development as a leader and as a speaker. Those were the things that I was looking for in that speech. However, there's nothing wrong with your speech at all. If you could just incorporate those suggestions that I have told you about building the chains stronger, then I'm very sure on your next level, you'll do very well. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster RD. So what can I say? It's just like a pasta overloaded with toppings, already delicious enough, but still a lot of things that will make you indulge more into that kind of food that Toastmaster RD has just presented to all of us. A way to perdure such challenges we have here in the Toastmasters community. But what makes us stronger are those words of encouragement and wisdom that these evaluators are going to give us tonight. So I would like all of you to listen carefully. These feedbacks are not only for the speakers, but for every one of us to apply in all our future speeches and projects. Now, going to our second evaluator, hope that she enjoyed the speech of the second speaker as much as we do. And to conduct the evaluation of Toastmaster Muhammad Hassan, we have with us another champion speaker. She has just recently reached the division level of the international speech competition in New Zealand. A great singer, a bubbly person, a friendly Toastmaster, and a dear friend. Let's all welcome Toastmaster Sangeeta Bhattacharya.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Ricky. A very good evening to everybody, fellow Toastmasters, and especially to our speaker, Hassan. Hassan, it is rightly said, how many times have you heard, laughter is the best medicine? Today I was having a little bit of a heated discussion in our XCOM group, and it was certainly boring. It bored me. But then the way you entered into action got me instantly in a fit of laughter. You were spontaneous in your act. You infused humor after humor with every pieces of your distinct observation of what has happened during this pandemic. You talked about how you were before and then how you were after. It was really intriguing to know that how you were before when you would be sinking in the pool, and now you're sinking in your thoughts. You used to talk to your friends, now you're talking to the walls. It's excellent construction of your speech. It was then structured with contrast, which was very, very impacting the thought process. I could actually see and feel you going through the various moments of the life. I felt like I was running through the pages of a comic book, one after the other. And everything that you said made me really, it hurt my tummy. A few recommendations I'd like to give you to enhance your speech is if you could include a little bit of a dialogue. It was such funny moments. So it would be really interesting to see a dialogue happening in such stages where how a person, is trying to lose his weight. Maybe could be a dialogue where you said that he was, now sipping into his green tea and watching a training session that could have been, infused with some kind of dialogue. I think that would really enhance your speech. A bit of voice modulation. It was humorous, but if you could just lift your pitch at various places, it would have given a lot of a good dimension. I wanted you to hold on, though you were true to your speech title, bored, which you took in the end. You dropped the enthusiasm and got into a serious talk. It was absolutely fitting your speech, but still, I would want some more enthusiasm there. To summarize, fantastically crafted speech with a lot of infused humors. Little bit of work on your voice modulation, including a dialogue, and lifting your enthusiasm with the markers like LADA from 3 to 10. That's what I was feeling. I was feeling 4. I lifted myself to 9. So that would really enhance your speech. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Well, I can still feel the energy, the craziness, the playfulness in all of our evaluators. And now let's all listen to the third evaluator of the evening, who will evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh, also on the project of Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. And to do this very important task is the so-called mentor of mentors and a very dear friend of all of us, a Filipino by heart, our very best friend, distinguished Toastmaster, Abdel Fattah Inayal.
Nobody's clapping. Nobody's clapping. My name is mentioned. Clap. What's the matter with you guys? Good. Now,
That's the energy.
But can you see me? Now, because you can see me, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop my camera and display the picture of my mentor. The mentor who, because of him, I am here today, and who, because of him, I am what I am today. And that is none other than DTM Dr. Sheikh Shakil.
DTM Fattah is still there?
He's overwhelmed with gratitude. Come back, Fattah, come back.
DTM Fattah has gone to play.
Don't go where I went. I went to another alternate universe. Come back.
Come back.
Come back.
All right.
DTM Fattah, you're losing on your time.
While waiting, maybe while waiting for DTM Fattah, let's move on to our next evaluator so that we will not be wasting our time. We'll give ample time to DTM Fattah to deliver his evaluation of distinguished Toastmaster Shakil. So now we move on to the table topics evaluator, one of the most promising members of Horizon Toastmasters Club, a very dear friend, Toastmaster Uzair Iqbal, to evaluate the table topic speakers.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ricky Chuidian. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Uzair Iqbal, and today I get to be your table topic evaluator. My job is to give you the feedback on what to do when you...
Internet. So, and the second quote, I continue. I'm not going to stop.
Oh my goodness.
And the second quote, which reminded me, is mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, push in the right direction. And this was said by John Crosby. That's what you want. The speech was awesome. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you start, first of all, the structure. You had an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. And in your introduction, you had a twist. You had two twists. When you said my greatest mentors, I thought you were going to talk about Toastmasters. And then you talked about your father. And then we said, my second mentor, I thought you were going to talk about Toastmaster. And then you talked about your mother. My goodness. And then in the body, you told us about the experience of all your 4 mentors and from each one, what you have actually learned. It was a great speech. Now, having said that, okay, let's go to where you actually taught me. And I know you walk the talk today. A couple of small things. Now, in your speech,
It doesn't represent what do you like? And you could have actually used it. Okay, this is number one. Good voice. With help. You know, like when you fell down, your father wanted to pick you up. Oh, I'm going to pick you up. And your mother said, don't you pick him up. Let him get alone. Yeah, but darling, you know, don't you darling me. Let him learn. Now, that's a kind of conversation where it's a bit of fun and voice modulation. Also, your mentor, who said to you, and I love it, you know, I'm not, you know, mentor, I'm going to be your tormentor. Now, that could have been a commenter. You
DTM Fatah, your signal is quite weak. We are not able to hear anything.
Yours too. Your signal also not good.
You know what? The internet is playing with us. This is great. There's a bigger power that's having fun with all of us. Look here, Lada will disappear. Fatah will disappear. Look, and Mid's fantastic. He's making a point.
into your thing so you can get level 2. Finish it tonight before the 31st. You got 150 points because of my mentor. Now, over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. That was so entertaining, distinguished Toastmaster Feta. You know what I love about your evaluation is the fact that you have just shown how you tormented your mentor. You know, sometimes reciprocating harshness with another worse harshness is something that most people don't consider, but you have just done it. So, well done, distinguished Toastmaster Feta. And now I would like to apologize to Toastmaster Uzair Iqbal for the interruption. Well, now you have the virtual floor. You have 3 minutes to conduct your evaluation. Best of luck. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Before starting, by the way, I would say I like the entry of DTM Fatah Inayal. Well, again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Today I get to be your table topic evaluator. My job is to give you the feedback on what to do when you have to put on the spotlight and improvise. Prompt of speaking is a skill that takes years to master. Before that, I would really appreciate our table topic master, Toastmaster PRAGYA, that your creativity of conducting this session is like an icing on the cake. Well, I will be presenting my report of evaluation now, starting with our first speaker, Jeffrey Aquino. You know what I like about your speech? You started with the quote. You started your speech very well. You shared your personal story, and your body language was awesome. I have only one suggestion, just to add humor in your speech to grab the attention. Coming towards the next speaker, that is Gavilier Willemer. Unfortunately, you took time less than the desired time, but you shared your personal story of the essay writing. But I have few suggestions that how you can improve your speech is, let's add greetings first of all, and then at least repeat the topic so that you get some time to think upon that topic. Our next speaker was Toastmaster Najla. You spoke very well on the topic. You add humor. You shared your fun facts. How you are, very talkative in Toastmasters. I have few suggestions due to the shortage of time. Share your personal story that you have shared that your father is very strict. Just share some personal story and bring some emotion in your speech, and take some more time at least for the speaking. Okay, moving forward, we have Toastmasters J. You started very well, and you really went into the shoes of the character with the very good facial expressions. You elaborate and explain your topic very well. I have few suggestions. Just bring some more emotions in and vocal variety in your speech, and put a strong closing remark and a strong message at the end. Finally, Toastmaster Joel, you started very well. You structure your speech very well. You use very good terms. I really like that. We are not social distancing. We are only physical distancing. So we have to, interact more and more. And I have one suggestion for you. Just add humor and a proper closing remarks of your speech. That's the report from my side. And I'm looking forward to hearing a lot of speeches for all of you soon. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Uzair Iqbal. Those evaluations were quite crisp, direct to the point, concise, and really so useful for all of us. Well, let us see how we will all perdure with this kind of setting that we have. We will all perdure as Toastmasters, or are our speeches going to perdure forever? Let's listen to the report of the grammarian for tonight, who will give us the feedback on how well did we use the English language and the word of the day. Let's all give it up for our very dear English language evaluator, Toastmaster Noel Invento. We can hear you, Toastmaster Noel.
All right. Good evening once again. Now, I was so into the thought of just having fun, which I really did, that I forgot I had a role to play, and that's being the grammarian. But anyhow, I was able to take note of some really nice words and quotes and improper use, and I'm making my suggestions. Now, I will start with few suggestions, like one of my friend, which is supposed to be one of my friends. Now, I know this has been a contention between the use of superlative adjectives like most happy and versus happiest. But I think both are acceptable. But the more commonly used one is the happiest instead of most happy. And then what is this items when it's supposed to be what are these items for? And yes, I think I'm pretty useless tonight being a grammarian. I couldn't give so much suggestions. But there are some phrases and quotes that strike a chord to me. So yes, I think it's worth mentioning, like ravaging. That's a word that I seldom use, but I like it. And break the chain. Maybe it's a cliche to some, but I think it's very relevant tonight. Knowing is not equal to doing, which I agree. I like that phrase. Ample time. Furious. Grown out of proportion. Live life to the fullest. Passionate. I hope everyone is just as passionate as the Toastmaster of the day, being the advocate of less seriousness around the world. Then you have fondness and yearning. It's a common word used by most people, but it strikes a chord to me. Maybe I'm yearning for something like freedom, freedom from this pandemic, right? And too old to be judged. Like, yeah, I can relate to that. And pasta overloaded with toppings, spontaneous, infused humor after humor. Now, it's good to note that we are able to perdure all throughout the meeting. But the sad thing is that the word itself is not able to, couldn't even perdure. Like, how many of you guys did actually use the word? Like Team LADA, I think only one time. Team Srinivasan, only one time. Team J, 2 times. And Team Ricky, for some reason, he repeated the word 4 times, just maybe to make a record of being the person to say the word the most number of times. So yes, that's it. I think we still have time to use the word of the day, even without me taking note of it. So please use the word of the day. And back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Noel. Well, that was very observant of you. But before you totally leave the virtual podium, maybe again listen to your report as the counter. So for some reason, the internet of most members does not perdure the, the test of time. So I think we will be listening to Toastmaster Noel once the internet connection in Saudi Arabia gets more stable. And while waiting for Toastmaster Noel's report on the usages, maybe I will give you the report of the timer. So everyone is qualified except for distinguished Toastmaster Abdal Feta. So you may now cast your votes for the best evaluator among Toastmaster RD, Toastmaster Sangeeta, Toastmaster Noel Invento as the grammarian, and Toastmaster Uzair Iqbal as the table topic evaluator. So you may cast your votes, send a private message to Toastmaster Omar Faroukawan. And now to finally give you the report of the general evaluator. So these are all my findings. Actually, I didn't have any notes whatsoever. I will give the feedback based on how I observed the meeting. Well, first of all, I appreciate the fact that the meeting is full of life from the beginning to end. So big congratulations, hearty kudos to Toastmaster Lada, our unicorn goddess, for conducting the meeting in such a very energetic, enthusiastic, and playful manner while maintaining, the substance, the parliamentary procedure, the formality of it, while being informal at the same time. I would like to say that it's the first time that I really saw Toastmaster Lada being so formal in looks and in attire, while maintaining, again, still the energy of being the unicorn goddess all throughout the meeting. So big hands to Toastmaster Lada. And I would like to acknowledge the participation of all our role players, from the 1 Minute Thought Master to Toastmaster Eliza, who is sick and still continue to serve us as the timer this evening. Even if she cannot speak, she's updating us, updating me at least for the time. So thank you so much, Princess, and get well soon. We hope that you get yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally ready for your competition after tomorrow. And or on Saturday rather. And also for the other role players, thank you so much for doing your job so well that it's almost perfect to say that the meeting has gone very well all throughout. For the prepared speakers, I would like to congratulate all of you for giving us a variety of different speeches for this evening. Although two of you delivered the same nature of the project, which is both on Toastmasters mentoring, I appreciate the fact that you have inspired us with the notion that mentors and mentee relationships should not be like a one-way system. It should be symbiotic. Okay? Not because you are the mentor doesn't mean you cannot be mentored by another person. Okay? A mentor and a mentee could always have the symbiotic relationship, and by being mentored by someone doesn't stop there. So you can share the learnings, the knowledge by paying it forward, by being that light that saves the persons who are in the darkness. So thank you so much for the three prepared speakers. And going to the table topic session, I would like to commend our table topic master. She's not only a great table topic speaker, but a leader in the table topic session who has given us, again, another innovative way of conducting the table topic session. Toastmaster Pragya, congratulations. Congratulations also to all our table topic speakers who braved, the difficult questions. They may sound easy and practical, but the way these are asked requires really confidence in order for you to give a reasonable and substantial answer. So kudos to all of you. And again, for my team of evaluators, great job for giving the most honest, most reasonable, most practical feedbacks that you can all give to all of our speakers without discouraging them to continue to progress and grow further in our journey as Toastmasters. So having said all of these things, I hope that we all go home tonight or go to bed with a smile on our faces, with the knowledges that have been shared all throughout by each and every single performer this evening. So big hands to all of us. Congratulations to all of you. And now I hand over the virtual lectern to the unicorn goddess Toastmaster, Lada.
Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Wow. I just want to say salamat, shukriya, ji shukriya, shukran, and terima kashi. Thank you, everybody. That was so much fun. Oh my God, did you have fun? I want to hear you. Come on, unmute yourselves. Say you had fun. Woo!
Yes, we had fun.
Yay, yay. That was the whole. Are you vibrating higher now?
Yes,
Yeah.
with the vibrators, yes.
going. The vibrator's going. Awesome. One last thing I'm going to ask all of you. I want to enlist all of you as my play ambassadors. I want you to share play all over the world. I love for your answers were unbelievable. The table topic answers, you all are my fellow playmates. Please spread play all over the world. Go forth and play. That's what I want to ask each and every one of you. I want you to play. Say again?
Playmates in the vibrator.
Yeah. Okay. I want you to play perdingly. Play perdingly. I used the word. Okay. And the last thing I want to do, I always notice that here in Saudi Arabia, you always end things, or at least the Toastmaster, the Toast goddess, will always end with a quote. But you know, of course, I am informal, and I'm going to end with a couple of jokes. Not quotes, but jokes. Okay, you all ready? You can unmute and laugh as loud as you want. The first joke is, why can't a cheetah play hide and seek? Because he is always spotted. That's funny. This is one for Princess. By the way, we noticed that our princess is back. Sweetie, are you okay?
I thought that was
We're
a
sending you
Dalmatian.
love.
Dalmatian, not a cheetah.
Oh, and a Dalmatian. Oh, you're right, Dalmatian and cheetahs. You just made a new joke. Fantastic. Eliza, how you back? We're all worried about you. Hello, glad to see you. Okay, now, but this joke is for you. I'm so happy you're here, my dear princess. Why was Cinderella banned from playing sports? Any guesses?
Maybe because she always loses her shoes.
Almost.
It's a 12 o'clock.
Well, what? Go ahead, what?
She has a curfew.
No, keep going. It's close. Come on, quickly. Close. Has to do with a round object. A round object.
She's always in the ball.
Ball.
Because she's always running away from the ball. Woo! That was a good one. Now this is my favorite joke. Okay, I hope you guys get it. I'm sure you will. How do you make a tissue, like a tissue, a handkerchief that you blow your nose with? How do you make it dance? How do you make a tissue dance?
By blowing.
By blowing it.
Come on, give me more
Going
guesses.
on it.
Give me more guesses.
You
want me to tell you? Okay.
Yes.
You put a little boogie into it.
Ew.
It's
an ew.
That's such an awesome joke. I love that joke. Anyway, again, I just want to thank you all for indulging me today. Thank you for
Great
playing
job,
with
Lada.
me.
Salamat, Lada.
Thank you. Дякую in Ukrainian, спасибо in Russian. Thank you. Thank you all my vibrating playmates. Can we vibrate one more time together real quick? Everyone vibrate.
Vibrator.
Vibrator. Back to you, vote counter of the day. Oh, and play a vote counter. Back to you.
Okay, Toastmaster Omar, it's your turn.
Yes. Of course. Now we will be announcing the results. And the best prepared speaker is, any guesses?
Hassan.
Toastmaster Hassan.
Congratulations.
And best table topic speaker. Our guest Jay. Wonderful, awesome, amazing. And our best evaluator. Any guesses?
Fatah.
Sangeeta Bhattacharya. Yay! Great, wonderful,
Fatah, you were great.
awesome, amazing.
Congratulations.
Right. Congratulations to all the winners and learners.
Who's the most
Keep on
playful?
improving.
Most
Who's the
playful.
most
Who
playful?
was the most playful?
We didn't vote for that, did we? Uh-oh.
Yeah. No. It's,
So shall we all close our, I don't know. Who's the most, wait, maybe I should pick it. Wait a second.
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
pick it.
you should pick it.
I would say
Yeah,
Fatah because he feels so bad. But hold on. Who is the most playful? And I would say Hassan, but he already got a certificate. Who should I say? Oh, this is terrible. I hate to be putting on the spot.
Please turn on your cameras, turn on your video so we can
Turn
all
on your
see
videos.
you.
I'm gonna say it. All right, Fatah got it. Sorry, he's doing it. Fatah got it. Fatah got it.
Yay, congratulations.
Wait. And I give a certificate to the internet for playing with us as well. This is crazy. We all got knocked off.
Yes.
Princess, show yourself. Oh yeah, let's all turn on your videos before we conclude our meeting. It's for a souvenir photo. Count of 3. Toastmaster Jeffrey, Pragya, Yari, Nuha.
Everybody turn on the videos. Say cheese. Cheddar cheese. Mozzarella cheese.
Ek minute. Terima kasih ya. Ek datin.
1 minute.
Okay, thank you. Oh, Yari,
Okay,
1 minute. Yari.
One for me. I want a picture for me, except you got to go crazy.
All right.
Come on. Do things, fun things. Come on, here we go. Get as crazy as you can be. Ready,
Crazy.
go.
Okay.
Crazy.
Hands up.
Okay, one more. Go crazy. That was the rehearsal. Wait, one more. Hold
Look
on.
at that. Jeffrey, super.
Oh, Jeffrey, you're awesome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3,
Capture him.
Woo!
What am I doing there?
That was
That's
fun.
why I love it.
Amazing.
Thank you, Lada.
Excuse me.
William Moore, where are you? Hi.
Little Moore's back.
Yes, Ditya Fatah.
Okay, Ricky, I have sent you I've shared with you the WhatsApp of DTM Shakil. DTM Shakil, I've shared with you the WhatsApp of Ricky. Please make sure, coordinate, add him as a member so that you can process. Okay,
Yeah.
I've done my job. That's it.
Thank you, DTM Peta.
Yes. Thank you, Ditya Fatah.
Thank you, DTM Shakil and DTM Feta. Happy birthday.
Thank
you.
Happy birthday.
Are we gonna sing?
Okay, let's take the feedback from the guests also.
Okay, before we sing.
We have Jay is with us. Jay.
William Moore,
had
nice to see you
so
here.
much fun. Thank you so much. It was a last-minute Facebook post, and I just decided to click on it. No regrets. Thank you. Lada, you're amazing. Horizon, you guys were awesome. See you soon.
Yes, we look forward to see you in a future meeting. Please drop your contact so we can contact you and we can add you our group, also guests group.
Thank
Great.
you.
Now we have with us distinguished Toastmaster Sheikh Shakil. Shakil Sheikh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Any feedback for our meeting?
Fantastic. I have been one of the supporter of Horizon since day one, since its inception. So I used to come regularly from the meeting number 1 of Horizon, because usually the ladies ladies teachers of Indian Embassy, it has been started by those group. So since the day, and today I'm really feel myself proud that I have become a member for this period of time of Horizon, and I'll be submitting my level 2 to Horizon.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
DTM
actually,
Shakil. We miss you
Actually, we
here.
look forward to seeing you as member of next 6 months, not
Sir,
just a month.
remind me, DTM Shakil.
We want you to be member of till September and going onwards.
Santale, DTM Shakil, can you remind me, please, because I forgot, I lost count. Do you have 4 DTMs or 5 DTMs?
I have 5 DTMs. I'm on the way to DTM.
And you work
amazing feat, amazing feat. Wonderful.
I will be completing my 6th DTM in the month of July.
Welcome, DTM Shakil. Thank you so much for joining us.
I will not forget to mention about Toastmaster Lada. Our Toastmaster is a wonderful energy, great spirit, wonderful playfulness, and you ran the show in electrifying way, and being fully involved. Wonderful. Big round of applause. Awesome. Awesome.
I would not be who I am without each and every one of you. So it wasn't me. It was
yes,
you.
great to have you.
So, Peter Tiwari, it was nice of you to join us. Thank you.
Of course. Of course.
Thank you, sir.
You're my Saudi Arabian home home from home, right? This is my home now.
Yes. Yes, it's a home for LADA. LADA is becoming our member also, we know.
Yes.
Who else is going to be
Yes.
a member? Show of hands. Who else wants to be a member? Hey, come
Yes.
join us.
Jay
Hey,
wants to be a member.
hey, come join us.
Jay.
Villamor, come join us.
And Villamor will become member, I believe.
Villamor,
Who is Yari?
DTM
Noah, Rebecca.
When your father's not around.
Shakil, hello.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you so much to all my tall leaders all over the globe. It was a privilege
Yeah.
to hear you.
Yes, and we look forward to seeing you in our future meetings, Dr. Shakil. We love to have our
Just send
seniors with
me
us to
the
guide us.
agenda. Just send me the agenda. I will take up some role. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you
Sure,
so
sure,
much.
sure. We'll keep you updated and posted. No, okay. Thank you. And we have with us Jari. Who is Jari?
Yadi's
Rebecca?
my friend. Yadi
Yari.
wants to hide. Yadi's from New York.
Yari.
Yadi, come on,
Yari,
say hi. Come on, sweetie. Come and say hello to all my friends.
Yari.
See, when you ask a man to do something, they never do it.
Oh.
Oh, there he is. He's there.
Yes.
Hello, Yari.
This is the
Yes,
man
Yari,
behind the
Yari.
unicorn.
Where's
You're on
Yari?
mute.
You're on mute,
You're on
Yari.
mute. We can't hear you.
Very interesting meeting. I like the speeches about mentoring and the funny speech was great. Hassan's speech was excellent. And it brings back some memories because I had visited Saudi Arabia about 25 years ago. So I was in the oil business as an oil engineer. So nice to see some Saudi Arabians again.
And what about your unicorn goddess?
Yeah, she was great as always. The energy increases immediately in her presence. So that was great. I see everybody was smiling, so it's good.
She's the energy woman, huh?
Yes, definitely. So I'm glad you had a great meeting, and it was like I said, I enjoyed the speeches and the camaraderie and etc. So
Meet my friend.
Great to have you with us, Yari. Yes, we look forward to seeing you again in our future meeting, Yari.
okay, possibly.
I'll make
Okay.
him come.
Yes.
More
Leave your contact details. We'll look to you. How about Villamor? Villamor, how was the meeting?
Hello. I think it was fun, but as the only underage kid here, I felt a bit awkward at some points, but it was
We all
fun.
felt young.
I guess you guys stopped counting at 25, so I'm just gonna refer to you all as 25 years old. But I think you guys are pretty fun, and I hope to learn a lot because you guys are pretty good at
Yeah.
speaking.
Yes, great. We look forward to seeing you in our future meetings and lots of learnings. We have Robika from Singapore. Robika must be sleeping, huh?
Becca.
No, Noha?
Wait,
Noha, you finally changed your picture, huh? Zoom picture.
She's a ballerina now.
Noha is the ballerina?
We have DTM Shekhar.
Okay. DTM Shekhar, how are you, sir?
Yeah, thank you. I'm good. As I entered in this meeting, I'm now very good now. So salute to you all. LADA, great as Toastmaster of the day, and salute to our president and this beautiful people of member of this Horizon Toastmaster. Where connecting people is the art of this club. So I love this meeting. though I just missed the part of this prepared speech, but I enjoyed fully the table topics and all that. I'm proud that's I'm Division F director, one of the best club of my division. So thank you so much for inviting me. This is amazing and wonderful meeting. Congratulations one and all for presenting this wonderful evening. It is a memorable and fantastic and successful meeting today. I witnessed. Thank you. Back to you, our president.
It's always great to have you with us, Division F director, and your presence is always appreciated at Horizon. And with this power vested in me as the president of this club, I will adjourn this meeting. Let's have some
Before you adjourn,
chit-chat.
press. Before you adjourn, let's
Yes.
present the certificate of appreciation.
Oh, yes, I forgot about the certificate of appreciation. Let's, first of all, we have our Toastmaster of the day, all the way from New York, LADA Tatiana. Congratulations, LADA, for invaluable services as Fun Master and Toastmaster of the day. And next we have our timer, Toastmaster Princess Eliza Juliana. Wonderful service, great. Even you are sick, but still you give it. And we have with us Toastmaster Sangeeta as our speech evaluator. Awesome and amazing job, wonderful. And we have with us our prepared speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Shakil Sheikh. It's after a long time seeing you. It was great to listen to you, your mentoring lessons and experiences. Great. Looking forward to seeing you in the future. And our recounter, Toastmaster Ashraf, Hong Kong. Amazing, fun-loving soul. Great to have you with us. Wonderful.
Thank you,
Wonderful job done.
everyone, for your
Yes.
support.
Now I will officially adjourn this meeting as a president. Great meeting, everybody. Loved every bit of it. Each and everyone did so well. Speeches were awesome, and everybody stepped up. Great.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, Hassan.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Sangeeta
Thanks,
is looking like blueberry,
everyone.
and
Yeah.
Nuha is with us, smiling as
Hi.
ever
Nice.
smiling Nuha.
Nuha's back.